Criminals are targeting the most vulnerable people in our communities, including a senior citizen in Berea who was scammed out of a whole lot of money. News 5 investigator Jonathan Walsh has this important consumer alert now with a woman who cannot afford to lose any cash, much less tens of thousands of dollars.
Instead of thinking for a minute, I just reacted.
70-year-old Debbie Carpenter says she got a pop-up message on her computer saying it was from Microsoft and that she had to call an 877 number right away. When she did, a guy took control of her laptop.
And so he says, well, press this key, that key, and then we're going to go to the next line and press this and this.
She tells us another person in on the scheme called Debbie saying her money was in jeopardy, so she had to hop in the car.
He had it all planned. He says, here's the bank here. Stop at this bank.
Debbie tells us the scammer was on the phone with her the entire time when she walked into this PNC Bank location here in Middleburg Heights. She says an employee even asked her, this is a lot of cash. What are you doing with it?
Getting some things done in the house, and if you pay cash, they give you a nice break on price.
She says she felt the need to tell the bank a lie. She went to another PNC location too. She took out a total of nearly 20 grand. She says the crook told her to stop at a gas station and use this Bitcoin machine. She tells us she doesn't remember seeing on-screen warnings like this one that the Bitcoin company says are in place.
I lost my brain, and I took that money and I started feeding it into the machine.
We called the 877 number.
Are you with Microsoft?
He said yes, and then he wanted to record me saying my name.
How in the world do you think you have the right to scam people? He hung up.
We called several times.
How do you do this?
And it was the same scam.
This is by far our biggest complaint category in terms of fraud.
John Steiger is from the Cleveland office of the Federal Trade Commission and says imposter scams and the use of Bitcoin ATMs in scams have gone way up. Best advice, never call the number on a pop-up. Turn off your computer and slow things down.
There is nothing that needs to be resolved in that exact second.
On top of losing $20,000, Debbie,
she is my world,
is taking care of.
She is my love.
Her medically challenged daughter.
You're a good girl, yeah.
Debbie says her faith keeps her going.
You're down in the valley and you're being pruned, and it's cold and it's dark and it's scary, and that's where God does his work.
I'm News 5 investigator.
Yes, Mommy loves you. Mommy loves you.
Jonathan Walsh.
We put Debbie in contact with the FTC and the Bitcoin ATM company. The FTC says you need to report scam calls so its investigators can help connect the dots on overall criminal scam systems.